So here are my thoughts on the new Shadow Lords mode. Now this is just a preview version, so there could be changes and additions to it. So as I said before, it does feel a bit like XCOM, and it does add in some mobile game elements. You pick 3 characters starting off, and you view a world map, and you fight battles against what they call mimics, which is basically clone characters with different skins. You gain loot to get items and guardians. Now items can include giving you full instinct and lasting twice as long. You start with full shadow meter, or you can even get unblockable attacks for 15 seconds. Guardians are special items that you can equip, and you have to actually charge them after battles, so you can use them so many times and then you might have to just go in and just replenish them. And the Guardians, they can do special things, so you can start off here with say 5 hits of armor that can regenerate, or you can activate a special ender, which then after you've done that ender, a follow-up attack can recover your health or shadow meter. And you can also get different levels of items with Guardians. Like one example, I think the vampire bat, it may return like 20% of the damage, but then you might get a better one that returns 40% of the damage as health, so that's pretty cool. But also enemies you may fight also have certain abilities equipped. So one of the most common ones I saw was armour, so that can be a bit of a pain at times. And the goal is essentially trying to get as many items as possible and reduce Gargus' power before he comes by defeating Omens and then taking out Gargus. If you do not beat the Omens, then the Gargus is a lot stronger. But if you fail at the end, then you can basically restart and your progress carries on. So I have to say, it is fun. I love the combat killing instinct, so having a loot system, which I also like, is heaven for me. I do feel there needs to be a lot more types of loot, but that could possibly change when it gets to full release, and perhaps later on they might add more stuff. And often, before or after fights, you may get to make some choices which can affect various things, like if you may get more loot, or it may refill your instinct meter, and even depending on what characters you pick at the start, you may get some additional choices. So, and I have to say the grinding is not as bad at all. I never felt the need to use KI Gold. So as a whole, I did have fun, but I think they did have a fairly strict budget to make it. I remember hearing ages ago, I think it was Maximilian who said that with the trailers they had to make use of the existing assets, and I think there may be a case for a lot of it here. The mimics, for example, are just existing characters with pretty cool colour and skins, which is the same. I would like to see more. Even if they just create like a fairly basic character and sharing movesets, that would have been pretty cool. Also, while there is stuff to unlock, it does seem to be stuff like descriptions of items, and it does give you some back history to characters, but it is just text, and not a huge amount of text as well, so expecting a story mode, you will be pretty disappointed. So yeah, on the whole, I did have fun. I think it's a good mode. Now, the replay abilities, that seems... I've replayed it for probably about 4 or 5 times now, so I do hope they add more stuff to the finished release. You see a lot of text with characters, I suppose, speaking, which some of it does seem a bit weird. Some's pretty funny, but yeah, some does seem a bit odd. But to be honest, what I do find handy with this is it gives me the opportunity to select characters I never normally play as and getting them to level up. So I do find that pretty handy in that regards. So yeah, what I'll say is it is definitely worth a try. It'd be interesting to see if the full release is any different. It depends how early this build is. I can't imagine it's going to change a huge amount, but we'll see.
Death comes to all, except me.
Supreme victory!
You have defeated the Shadow Lord. Gargos' body cannot contain the life forces that he stole from the other Shadow Lords. They fly from him, seeking new bodies to inhabit. Embrace the Shadow energy, for you have earned it.